I recently quit my job to work on my dream game, which is probably a mistake because I've never made a game before. But I've had this idea I believe in, and after doing research, I can't find an example of another game that does this well. I want to make a 3D roguelike auto battler that relies on a grid-based inventory for units. For those of you who may not be familiar with auto battlers, imagine you're playing chess, except the pieces fight each other on their own. And roguelikes are games where some elements are procedurally generated and death is permanent, so in each game you have to start back from the beginning. I've noticed most tile-based inventory games use square or rectangular tiles, so I'm going to be quirky and use triangles. Auto battlers like Teamfight Tactics only let you place 3 items on each unit. My system makes it possible to experiment with a greater variety of item combinations, which would be perfect for a roguelike. But before I start working on my game, I need to figure out which game engine I'm going to use. And after narrowing it down, I've decided to use Godot because it's got a cute little face. So it turns out I've been catfished because I have no idea what I'm looking at right now. So after what felt like forever, I can confirm that I have rectangles and player units, which for some reason have disappearing health bars, but this shouldn't really be an issue since the health bars are only going to be viewed from one angle, so it should be fine. So let's take a look at what this game looks like so far. Honestly, it's kind of mind-blowing how this entire scene was only made using 3 shapes. The square or rectangle for the bench slots, the tiles on the board, we've got the capsules for the enemies and the ally units, and a 3D plane mesh for the health bars. So if we start the battle, they should start fighting. Some exciting developments have been made. So we now have projectiles, they kind of look like yellow sprinkles, but they get the job done, and we have damage numbers that have a billboard feature, which means they face the camera no matter what. So let's see what happens when we start combat now.
Hey bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Wait! Stop the fight. You might have noticed my archer's acting kind of strange. That's due to how his brain is programmed. You see, my archer is programmed to walk to the coordinate which is the furthest away from the nearest enemy. At first glance, that sounds like a horrible way to program his behavior. And you know what? You're probably right. Anyways, eventually he'll be pushed against a wall, which leaves him with 2 options, left or right, both of which lead him into a corner. I have programmed corners to be punishment zones. Punishment zones force the archer to waddle back to the center of the board with reduced speed. This forces him to take damage and then choose his next best direction. By no means is this the best solution, this just prevents him from hugging the wall for the entire fight. It's 3 AM and I was about to go to bed. But I just realized we haven't even fixed the biggest bug. If you can double check to see if that big red subscribe button works, that'd be fantastic. Back to the video. It's been a very productive morning and I have something exciting to show you guys. I've decided to slightly alter the camera angle because I felt like it would suit my game more, and I've now added special abilities to the units. While making this game, I've realized I've committed a sin. My game doesn't even have a menu screen, so I've decided to use every ounce of creativity in my body to make one. I've also decided to bring the rest of my units to life, because here at Games Made by Aria Studios, we believe everyone deserves to have a purpose. We currently have a great starting point for a game, but it's missing one core element that makes a game fun: decisions. In my current game state, decisions don't really matter. No matter where you place your units, the outcome of the fight doesn't really change. So I've decided to add a character select, which allows the user to start combat with a certain combination of units. This brings me to my magnum opus, item selection. I have a prototype in mind on how this should work. I've generated a unit and chess matrix comprising of smaller triangles. The unit matrix will add stats to the player unit, and well, the chess will spawn rewards after combat. I programmed each item to generate shape data. Right now the shape data matches the PNG of the item as closely as possible. This will probably break soon, but until it does, we'll keep it for now. Oh wait, you weren't supposed to see this. I think I need a break, so let's see where we are. The chess matrix decided to turn into a triangle, but I'm at my limit, so we'll leave that for now. I added coin rewards with a counter at the top, and a preview of where the item should land. And behold, it works. Making a game is not easy, but we are not done here. If you want to see how this game evolves, please leave a like and please comment below if you feel like I didn't explain the features in depth. Thanks for watching and see you next time.